everyone. Welcome to the Seeds of Success podcast. My name is Orly, and as always, I have Dottie here. And as we've mentioned in the past, this show is designed to plant little nuggets of information that you can take and just use in your business. And hopefully those nuggets grow into something bigger and something successful. Dottie, how are you doing today?
I'm great, Orly. I like it. When we named our podcast, I just thought it was such a great name because we're just giving you tiny little bits, and all you have to do is do something with it, water it, fertilize it, give it sunshine. I don't know, but the goal for us is to just give you little bits of information that sometimes fall to the bottom of our list, or maybe we forget about. So we want to bring them back top of mind. And today's episode is no different, right, Orly?
Yeah. Today we have cast your votes. And, we're definitely, now's the time of the year where people are going to start casting votes or getting ready to cast some votes. And, but we aren't talking politics here, Dottie. We're talking about casting votes. This is when it comes to choosing new menu items or choosing something maybe just new in your center, it comes with a little risk. You start to wonder, is somebody going to like this? Is the customers going to like it? Is the staff going to like it? So what I like to do is let people vote on it. That could be, online. It could be an online poll. It could be, in the comments, hey, like this if you like it, or, a thumbs down if you don't like it, or maybe just go old school, set up a box with some sheets of paper and, this sandwich A or sandwich B, put your vote in the box and let people cast those votes.
Yes, that's a great point. I'm going to also mention that there are reports. If you are a Cubica AMF customer, for sure, there are reports that you can go in and you can see what items are, quote, hot and what items are not. And that's a really great report to look at things like that so that you can kind of see the trends, right? But anytime that you can bring an employee or a customer along in the journey, that is exciting and that creates a memory. And that's exactly what you're doing. You are getting the customer to feel like they are a part of what's going on in the center and they have a voice in what is going on. I'm going to take this one step further because I worked with a military base in Japan that did something that was really unique and it was really extremely successful for them. They created the ability for customers to submit a type of burger. And they would have, I think it was a burger of the week. And they had some pretty far-fetched burgers. But if you would be able to submit what all the ingredients were. They would put it out there for a week or whatever. They would have all these submissions. The staff would go in and they would select what submission they wanted as the burger of the week. They would run that burger and then they would kind of keep track of it. You could name your burger. You got to choose the ingredients and it was really fun. And then you had this burger of the week that you could choose from on the menu, which was great for the other customers looking for something unique and different, right? And then we took it, even a step further and created a burger of the week club where after so many burgers, you get a free burger. I mean, you can do all kinds of things with it. But the point is when you give your customer the ability to cast their vote, to weigh in on something, they feel like that they now have ownership, right? They now have a voice and you've listened.
Yeah,
and that's extremely important. It creates a lot of loyalty.
Yeah, and that's even some free promotion. I know if I'm voting on a certain burger and they pick the one that I voted on, I'm going to tell people like, oh, I vote on that burger. You got to go try it. So that's a good way to get people to kind of help promote for you. And I think this can work with anything, not just food. It could be, let's say you're thinking of putting a new arcade game in, hey guys, should we put, this game in or this game in? I'm curious to know. I mean, if you got 100 people voting on one and 20 on the other, hey, maybe those 100 people are going to come play the game where you might only have 20 people. And I was going to go back to what you mentioned about like the hot or not list. That's a great list because it shows you exactly what's selling, what's really selling, what's not selling. Because there might be times, let's say you created your menu yourself, you're the owner, and you might think, hey, these, my famous cheese curds are the best, but you're selling 2 a month. You got to kind of maybe let it go, and the list is showing you, hey, buddy, it's not selling like you want it to sell, or maybe don't get rid of it. Maybe just maybe talk about it more, maybe post it to your social media. Maybe people don't know about it. There's been plenty of times where you have an item and somebody says, oh, I didn't know you guys have this. Yeah, it's always been on the menu. People sometimes just don't know about the item. So or maybe use those 2 items. Maybe you have 2 items that aren't selling well. Put those out there. Let's say cheese curds and tater tots. Put those out there. Let people vote. Which of the 2 do you guys like better? That's also bringing that out, so people are seeing that you offer those. So,
Orly, it's really funny that you mentioned tater tots because, I work a lot with customers in the field, helping them be successful. And we're always looking for best practices. We're always looking for success stories. And recently, we had a customer that we heard a story about tater tots, and they have always offered tater tots as an upsell, right? They're in their restaurant area, but very rarely did anybody ever upgrade. And come to find out, we know when you're an order taker at a restaurant and you a lot of times forget to upsell. Well, they actually put the upsell option on their kiosk. And we know once you put it in, on a kiosk, the kiosk never missells or forgets to upsell, right? The kiosk is always right there ready to upgrade. And so it was amazing. They started getting so many orders. They actually ran out of tater tots one weekend and had to do a rush order for some tater tots because the kiosk had so many upsell opportunities that were capitalized on because it was now available. So, but yeah, when you're able to let the customer have a weigh in, it makes a big difference. But to what you were saying earlier about promoting on social media, we did an episode not too long ago regarding taking your own pictures. So if you have an item that you think might be on the bottom of your list, or you see on your report that it's not selling, it's only sold 2 in the last quarter, and you want to get feedback on social media, that you can certainly do that. Post that item and say, this item is getting ready to be retired. But before we do, we want to know if there's any feedback. Is there a twist to this item that you think would make it to where it was more attractive to you? Let your customers be a part of that story, right? Yeah. And that's fun, right?
Yeah. And another great example of that is, back to the social media part about that, is I don't know if you've seen on TikTok or, Instagram nowadays, somebody's like, hey guys, I'm here at this, this fast food restaurant. And watch, I'm going to order this. Did you know you could order this? And then it blows up. And there's like millions of people that are probably going through these drive-thrus now, like, I want to order this. And then nobody knew about it until it was showed on social media. So it makes a huge difference, a huge impact when you get those items out there and let your customers know that you offer them.
100% agree. And it's fun. Right? Yeah. You never know what you might discover. I know the hamburgers that the military base over in Japan, man, they had some really, really ones that didn't sound too good, but they say they were peanut butter on a hamburger. Come on. But they say it was phenomenal. So you never know until you try it, right?
Yep.
Absolutely. Well, Orly, thanks for being my sidekick again today. I love doing these podcasts with you. And I think today's show was another one that if you think about it, just, noodle that just a little bit and see how you can leverage some of the information that we gave you today to work to your benefit, to help your center, kick it up a notch, right? So until next time, listeners, thank you for joining us here at Seeds of Success, and we will see you next time for another episode of Seeds of Success.